Hey folks, welcome back to another video of the Flutter Development course brought to you by Newton School. My name is Harsh Kumar Khatri and I am currently working as a Flutter developer at Alihoop, Sweden, and I have been an ex-intern at Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, and I have also been an ex-Flutter developer intern at a firm named AppScript. I am also an educator and instructor on Udemy and Unix, where my Flutter development courses have more than 40,000 plus enrollments already, so you can check them out as well. Apart from that, you must be thinking what Newton School is. So basically, Newton School is a platform that helps you to learn and grow the skills that you need for your best tech career. There are courses specifically designed for freshers, working professionals, and for women with no prior experience in tech. Newton School first trains you for 6 months and helps you become a full stack developer. It is also having a network of 300 plus great companies who hire directly from Newton School, and Newton School also ensures that you are placed with one of the best companies in the country once your training is complete. They are also having a pay after placement program where you don't have to pay anything to them until and unless you are placed with a minimum CTC of 5 lakh rupees per annum. So isn't that cool? And apart from that, they are also having another amazing initiative known as Launchpad, where they are providing you with some of the courses for free of cost, and you can work on those courses and learn the skills by working and coding on their editor, which is present on their website only. And you will also be getting a certificate of completion once you have completed those courses. So make sure to check out Newton School and Launchpad through the link given in the description. Now coming towards the topics which are going to be covered in this video. So in this video, we'll be starting working on the news app. So this will be an app through which I'll be showing you the implementation of the APIs which we have learned in the previous videos. So we'll be first we'll be doing the initial setup for our app, like making the components which are necessary for the home screen. So we'll be laying down some components, and later on we'll be working on like implementing and adding properties to those components. So make sure to watch the video till the end for more. And now let me switch the screen and let's start working on the same. So herein you can see that I have opened the app which we have worked on in the previous video. So this was basically the app where I have told you the implementation for the post request, like how you can make post requests inside Flutter and send data to the API and then get the result and display that to the user through the request API, which is provided to us free of cost for testing purpose. So we have done that. So in this video we are going to work on an app which is based on the concept of the API only, and we'll be getting the data, fetching the data, and we'll be displaying the news from the news API which is provided to us. So let's start working on it. One more thing, that herein you can see that I have the emulator, but I haven't started running the app because as we'll be coding the things, we need to add various different components, and until those components are laid out completely, the app won't be running and it will be providing us with some errors. So that's why I haven't started the app. And apart from that, rest all the things are fine for now. So let's start working on the app. In the pubspec.yaml file, you can see over here that previously I have added the HTTP API for getting or for fetching the data from the API and making the get post request. For this app as well, I'll be using the same HTTP package which we have added previously. I need to add another package as well with the name of WebView Flutter. So I'll be going on Google, will be typing WebView_Flutter, going under the installing section, copying the dependency adding part and pasting that over here, hitting Ctrl S so that Flutter pub-get command is running in the background and API is fetched for us. And now as we are having this, I'll be removing this scaffold from here on, which is present inside this my app home, and I'll be deleting all this part as well, the API implementation thing. And here we need to add a screen for a home. So inside this only, the lib directory, I'll be creating a new file with the name of home.dart. This will be our home page, like the home screen, and I'll be importing material.dart at first, and after that STF, and adding the home page, going back to the main.dart file and adding the home page here as well. And let me adjust my mic so that I can see my keyboard as well while typing. Yeah, so now the next thing which I am going to do is Herein it is still showing me an error. So let us see. I guess it is expecting a bracket and this. Yeah, so now it is fine. Now let's start working on the home page the home.dart file and the home page stateful widget which we have created. So inside this, what we need to do is we need to create some variables at first, and we need to create some functions as well. So I'll start creating each of them. The first one would be a bool, and it needs to be null at first, so that's why I'm adding a question mark. The name of it would be loading. Next would be a variable news list. If you want, you can create a type of list over here, but I'm creating it as variable for now. Next, I need to create the init state, and herein we'll be like calling the get news function. So let me first create the get news function as well. It will be of a kind async, as it will be fetching the data, so it will be taking some time for the data to be fetched. Here we'll be creating a news variable. So we'll be creating this news as well in the later part of this video, so you don't need to worry about what this news particularly is. It is basically the data model which will be used for triggering the functions and for getting the data which we are having inside the news, and for displaying that to the user in an appropriate manner. Next, I'll be adding an await, and through this news I'll be getting the news. This get news would be a function which we'll be creating inside this news. So yeah, that's it. And later on, when we have got the result, what we can do is we can set the value of this news list, I guess, as I have created news list, and we can set the value of it to news, so that it is getting the data from that news, and it is assigning that particular data in the list format to this news list. And we'll be setting the state, and inside this set state we'll be changing the like value of this underscore loading variable to be false, so that the user can know that the loading has completed and loading value has been set to false. And inside this init state which we have created, at first we'll be setting the loading value to be true, so that initially when the user has opened the app, he should be displayed with the circular progress indicator, such that the data from the APIs is still loading. And later on we'll be calling this get news function, which will be setting the value of underscore loading to be false. Now coming towards the body part or the build part of this particular widget, let me replace this to scaffold, and inside scaffold we are having a drawer, so I'll be adding an empty drawer for now. And after this drawer, adding an app bar as well. This app bar will be taking an action. So container, it will be having there is a typo, so container, it will be having a padding which will be edge insets dot all from all the sides with the value of 10. And for the child of it, I'll be adding an icon with the icon of search. And after this action is completing, I'll be adding a center title which will be displaying our title in the center of the app bar. So center title would be having a boolean value of true, and apart from that I need to add a title as well. So title will be of a kind text which will be saying news app. And for the style, I'll be adding a text style and this text style takes a font size, so font size would be 25 for us. And we can also pass an elevation inside this app bar. Initially by default the value of elevation is 5, so I'll be setting that to 0. Now coming towards the body part of the widget of this particular scaffold. So after this app bar is ending, I'll be adding a body which will be like changing the value of what the widget is to be displayed on the basis of the loading boolean variable which we have created. So if the value of this loading variable is true, then we will be displaying a center which will be having a circular progress indicator. So let me just type it again, circular progress indicator. And if this is not the case, like underscore loading is not equals to true in this case, the value of it is false, then we'll be displaying a list view which will be there to like display all the data related to the news which has been fetched. So it will be listing out all the things related to the news. And inside this list view for the children, we'll be having a sized box at first, and this size box will be having a height of 10. It is still showing me an error for loading. A nullable expression can't be used. So initially what I can do is, as I am assigning the value of loading over true over here, so rather than adding a value over here, I can directly assign it to be true in the beginning only. And this needs not to be nullable anymore. Now the error has gone away. And after this size box, I'll be adding a container over here again, and this container will be having a padding of edge insets dot only and of a value 1 from the top side. And for the child of this particular container, we'll be having a list view dot builder, which takes a item builder, and for the item builder we have to pass a context and an index, and we have to return some widget out of it as well. So I'll be returning a padding. This will be taking a padding and edge insets dot all with the value of 10. And for a child of this padding, we will be creating a widget of type new style. So new style, and we can pass various different items inside it. Like once I'll be creating it, then I'll be telling you about how we can add all the things inside it, and what are the things which this new style will be taking, and how we can display the data through this. Apart from this, what we can say, the item builder which we have added inside this list view, we can add various different things as well. So the first one would be the item count, and that would be equal to the news list dot length. The next thing which I will be adding is a shrink wrap, which will be set to true for here. And the next thing would be a physics, which will be equal to scroll physics. And after that, the item builder is already there, and for the item counter we are having error, which is fixed for now. And I guess we need to create now the new style and this particular news as well. So this was pretty much it for this video, where I have shown you how you can add or you can initialize the home.dart file and add the various different elements which will be needed for displaying the news to the user. In the next video, we'll be starting by creating the two things which are providing us with the error over here, the news and the news list over here. So we'll be working on that in the news video, so make sure to check that out. If you are watching this video on YouTube, then make sure to drop a like, comment down below what you have learned, and share this video with other people so that they also can work on an amazing project, and subscribe to the channel as well. And thank you for watching this video.